A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a surprising turn of events, the Indiana State Senate has announced that it will not convene in December to vote on redistricting, a decision that significantly reduces the chances of altering the state's congressional maps before the upcoming 2026 elections. This announcement came from Senate President Pro Tem Roderick Bray, who cited a lack of support from his fellow Republicans despite months of pressure from the White House. This marks Indiana as the second Republican-led state to resist President Trump's push for redistricting that could favor Republican candidates in the next election cycle. The push for redistricting has been a contentious issue among Indiana Republicans, who hold a supermajority in both legislative chambers. Since August, they have faced mounting pressure to redraw the state's congressional districts, with Vice President J.D. Vance making 2 trips to Indianapolis to rally lawmakers. Despite these efforts, Bray stated, "Today, I'm announcing there are not enough votes to move that idea forward, and the Senate will not reconvene in December." Currently, Indiana's congressional delegation is comprised of 7 Republicans and 2 Democrats, and those advocating for redistricting often point to Democratic states with few or no Republican representatives as justification for making Indiana's map entirely red. However, many Indiana Republicans are wary of the implications of gerrymandering, fearing it could backfire politically and raise ethical concerns. State Senator Kyle Walker publicly declared his opposition to redistricting, citing overwhelming constituent disapproval. The implications of this decision are significant, as it suggests that Indiana lawmakers may not have the opportunity to redraw congressional maps before the crucial midterm elections. Governor Mike Braun, a Republican ally of Trump, previously called for a special session to address redistricting, insisting that Hoosiers deserve clarity on their representatives' stances on important issues. In light of the Senate's rejection, Braun's assertion that senators should vote for fair maps seems increasingly unlikely. With the regular legislative session scheduled to begin in January, the deadline for congressional candidates to file in Indiana is early February, leaving little time for any potential redistricting to take place. Republican Senator Liz Brown, who supports redistricting, suggested that her party should explore all options to bring the matter back to the forefront. The Senate's failure to act means that over 15 Republicans are opposed to the idea, despite the party's majority. Democratic lawmakers have framed Bray's announcement as a definitive end to redistricting efforts in Indiana, celebrating the decision as a victory for Hoosier values. U.S. Representative Andre Carson, a Democrat from Indianapolis, expressed gratitude to those who stood firm against the redistricting push, which would have likely targeted his district. The stakes are high for the upcoming elections, as Democrats need to gain just 3 seats to regain control of the House and impede Trump's agenda. In contrast, Republican-led states like Texas, Missouri, North Carolina, and Ohio have successfully adopted new congressional maps aimed at enhancing Republican representation in the elections. Meanwhile, voters in California have taken measures to improve Democratic chances through new districting, and Virginia's Democratic-led Assembly is also moving forward with redistricting proposals. Despite the national pressure from Trump and other party leaders, Indiana is now the second Republican-led state to abandon redistricting plans. Similar challenges have emerged in other states, including Kansas, where Republican lawmakers have halted efforts for a special session on redistricting due to insufficient support. The landscape of redistricting remains complex, with both Republican and Democratic states encountering obstacles in their respective efforts. In Illinois, Democratic lawmakers opted against congressional redistricting during an October session, fearing that redrawing heavily Democratic districts could weaken representation for Black voters. Maryland's Democratic Senate president has also expressed reluctance to move forward with redistricting, citing concerns that drawing more Democratic districts could provoke retaliation from Republican-led states. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the decisions made by Indiana lawmakers will undoubtedly have ramifications for the upcoming elections. The cancellation of the December redistricting vote illustrates the intricate dynamics at play within the Republican Party and the challenges they face in aligning their legislative agenda with the expectations set by national party leaders. The outcome of this situation will be closely monitored as both parties prepare for the 2026 midterm elections, with the potential for further developments in the ongoing redistricting debate. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.